Okay, what's up YouTube? So this is the second part of my favorite books of 2021, and we'll just start out with Kurt Vonnegut. His book Cat's Cradle. I know he's very popular for Slaughterhouse 5, and that's like the first, I'm pretty sure that's the first one I read by him. But I don't know, for some reason this one I like more. Maybe I just kind of forgot about Slaughterhouse 5, like it's been a while since I read it. But I don't know, I really like this book. I usually read like fiction that's more sad and very deep and you know, like a lot of tragedies or just a lot of like dramatic work. So reading this is just so much fun, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. He's such a good writer, and yeah, no, I really like this book. And another one that I really liked was Nickleby or whatever. I don't know. So what I like about this book is I've read a lot of Charles Dickens. Like I've read Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, Christmas Carol, like just like the more popular books by him. And I know this one's pretty popular, but like I was surprised by it. Like Dickens definitely does have like a consistent style. So if you just like one of his books, you'll like most of them. I was pretty happy though. Usually when I read like the best of the best that the author can like provide, I find that their other work isn't that good. Like the other work that isn't, you know, talked about as much, just isn't that interesting, or like the plot is just kind of boring. But this one's, it feels like I made more from Dickens, like his signature kind of style and like the plots that I'm used to enjoying. So I don't know, I was pleasantly surprised by this one. And then the other one I really liked was The Hunchback of Notre by Victor Hugo. Easily one of my favorite authors. Like it's just hard not to enjoy his work. It's always very poetic and beautiful. Like his prose and the plot is always just fascinating. I really think he's, I don't know, to me he's number one. You know what I mean? I think he's probably the best author ever, which sounds like a big statement, but for me it's like very obvious. I'm like, I really do think that he's brilliant in so many ways. Like he just has, like he perfected his craft, I feel. So yeah, give it a read. Definitely, if you liked his other book, Les Miserables, like this is definitely also worth reading. And then the other one I really liked was Robinson Crusoe. Honestly, like, okay, the thing about this book, why I really liked it, is because I had low expectations for it. Just because, I don't know, like I understand that it's a classic. Obviously it says Barnes & Noble Classics, and it's definitely, like people bring it up all the time. And I don't know, just the thing is, when we look at the setting, he's by himself, right? Like, what can really happen when a story is like mostly about isolation? Like what like when a story is about isolation, what problems is the protagonist gonna face, right? It seems like a story that's almost undoable, and yet, you know, he found a way to do it, and it was actually very interesting. Like a lot of stuff happens, I feel, you know, and I especially like the opening of the book, because he, like the main character, he feels a lot of ingratitude to like the life that he used to have, and something about that emotion, like ingratitude, is so beautiful to read about. I don't know, I just always kind of like that. It's very similar to what was it called? To Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Like that's kind of the emotion that he feels a lot. Like he felt that he was ungrateful, and he really is like sad about that, and so is this character. It was a very interesting read. I'm really glad I read it. And then the other book that this is probably like, honestly, this is probably my favorite book of the year. Like for me, just because it's so obvious, you know? I could see his influences. I'm pretty sure he liked Victor Hugo and Charles Dickens, and you could see it in the style. I loved it so much. I mean, I think something like Les Miserables is probably like the greatest novel of all time, and I feel like this is the only thing that can really compete with it. Like I read a good amount of books, and I just feel like this is really the only one that really impressed me. I was amazed by the characters, the plot, and like the thing is, there's just so much emotions. You know, I feel like that's something I enjoy reading about so much. Like I don't want to see just the people in a situation reacting to it. I also want to understand what they really feel, and this book did a brilliant job at that. I know it's like, I think it's like, let me check. It's like 1,300 pages, but it's definitely worth reading. Like, wow, you know what I mean? Yeah, like if you're trying to read one very long book, like I know a lot of people avoid like the thicker books, because it's obviously daunting. It's so much to read, but if you're really looking for something good to read that's very long, definitely this one. Like, this was absolutely brilliant. So, well, that's everything, guys. I don't know, put down below what you liked or whatever, for like what was your favorite books of 2021, and what you think about the books that I read. Do you like them? Do you not care about them, or whatever? I don't know. Well, so yeah, have a good day.